Doyle Brunson is looking down on ace-8 suited. Scott Seaver opens to 1200 from early position into a deep, splashy lineup. The table does what this table always does. They come along. Phil Galfond flats, the loose cannon. Given calls, Doyle Brunson calls, and a couple more chips splash in behind. No one wants to fold suited cards or connected stuff in position, and Seaver is now driving a multi-way pot with a stack-to-pot ratio that rewards made hands and nutted draws more than thin bluffs. Flop is a fireworks board in a 5-way pot. It checks down to Galfond, who takes the initiative for 2600. That probe makes sense with overcards, pairs, or a diamond in hand. Given immediately springs to 10,000. From his seat, Jack 10 of diamonds, or a single diamond hand with some backdoors, feels like it wants to put pressure on one diamond check calls and small pairs. Doyle just calls. That flat is icy. It invites everyone to continue while hiding the real story. Ace-8 of diamonds has already arrived at the nut flush, and cold calling keeps in every dominated diamond that wants to rep strength. The king of hearts hits. Front door diamonds are still the headline, and the king also upgrades a few holdings to top pair plus a diamond, given shoves. He is polar now, telling the table he has a monster or nothing, and with Jack 10 of diamonds, he believes he is value, jamming a strong flush before a scary river kills action. Doyle does not posture or speech play, he just calls. That call is the hammer drop. When the man with the cowboy hat does not even consider raising, it caps everyone else and quietly signals, "I have you crushed, keep betting."
All in.
He's all in. Doyle calls.
He's got the nuts.
I got the... Oh. I just straight. Good hand. I'm drawing dead. Good game, guys.
Good game, man.
It was fun.
Whoa, Canada. That's it for the cannon.
Dang, you hit the card and you didn't...
Yeah.
Daniel Negreanu is looking down at Queen 6 offsuit.
Yeah. But a million's more.
Yeah, a million is more.
Pre-flop begins with a strategic mismatch that perfectly illustrates the small ball philosophy in action. Negreanu, holding Queen 6 offsuit on the button, initiates a standard positional raise to 2,000. To a conservative player, this hand is a clear fold, but for Negreanu, the actual cards are secondary to the situation.
2,000.
He comes out firing, makes it 2,000.
Well, I'm doing the diamond check, you know. See if I have a diamond. There's 3 there. 2 here is 5. That's a flush. Okay, call.
Daniel makes the call.
The turn brings the 7, a card that fundamentally shifts the hierarchy of the hand. Mike has now improved to trip 7s, a massive monster in a relatively small pot. Mike continues his aggression, firing 5,000 into the middle. From Negreanu's perspective, the board pairing the middle card is a classic scare card.
I call.
And he makes the call.
But the most interesting part of the hand is Mike's sizing. By betting small, Mike is trying to ensure he gets called, but he is actually allowing Negreanu to make an easy investigative call.
Uh-oh. Really? What do you got over there, buddy? Did you get lucky and catch a 7? You get lucky and catch a 7, or are we splitting this pot with a queen, you think?
Well, think about it. You are a genius when it comes going back and forth.
I'm a little worried that you hit the 7, and you made 3 7s on the turn.
Let me check.
He did, didn't he? Oh, no. I have to see it.
Daniel pays to see it.
There it is.
You had the 7.
7.
Oh, no. Oh, good hand. I had the queen.
I know.
I was right. He had the 7. I just forgot to fold. But you know what? You made a good bet. 5,000 was a good bet. I wouldn't have called more.
Well, you taught me that.
Daniel Negreanu is looking down at 10-6 suited. Pre-flop begins with Negreanu putting on a straddle, inviting action in a pot that is already twice the normal size. Tony G, holding 8-6 of spades, decides to attack the straddle. He raises to 2,200. This is a classic Tony G play. He is using position and aggression with a speculative hand to try and take down the dead money.
The G deserves some action.
Calls 1,400.
Yeah, after paying off.
Yeah, you deserve a little bit back. That's how we play. We give, take a little, give a little.
The flop falls, a board that heavily favors Tony G. Tony has flopped bottom pair with his 8, but more importantly, he has a backdoor straight draw. Tony G fires a continuation bet of 3,000. This is where Negreanu decides to get creative. He holds absolutely nothing but 10 high, yet he makes the call. This is a pure float.
So I have a lot of action.
The turn is the 8, a card that drastically alters the reality of the hand, but neither player truly understands by how much. Tony G hits gin, improving his hand to trip 8s. Negreanu, still holding air, checks. Tony G, now sitting on a monster, bets 7,000 for value. This is the moment Negreanu has been setting up. He executes a massive check raise to 21,000. Negreanu is representing the ace that he thinks Tony doesn't have, or perhaps a slow-played set. It is a brilliant, polarized bluff. However,
nice fake side from Tony. Calls.
All right. Oh, wait, no. I gotta see a river card first. Hang on.
Daniel knows it's over.
Hang on.
Negreanu, realizing his story was not believed and that his 10 high has 0 showdown value, gives up and checks.
Do I look like a man with a hand?
Tony bets 15K.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I could have had nothing too.
Yeah, but I think your nothing beats my nothing. Fold. I was bluffing, Tony. I had a straight draw.
I'm glad. You did have a straight draw? That's pretty dangerous.
No, it wasn't that one. I needed a 9.
Me too. I mean, I could have had a straight draw too.
6.
Tony G shows a 6 and scoops it.
6 with an 8.
Then you might have made it, though.
6-5.
5-6, that makes
I'm
it.
just getting desperate.
Can't believe I got rivered again. Sick.
Daniel is looking down at Queen Jack suited. 2 players before him have called a pre-flop raise, but he decides to 3-bet to $400. Bo is in the tank, and by the look on his face, folding is not even an option. He's got Queen 5 offsuit, no position, and just watch Daniel fire a 3-bet. What is he even thinking? He just calls, and Dat right after him calls too, holding King 9 suited. A hand that looks way prettier than it actually is when sandwiched between a 3-bet and a call. Jake's turn now, and he also decides to call with 3-4 suited, while getting a massage. Damn, that looks good. In fact, I'm gonna visit my Thai masseuse after I finish this video.
Wow. That's a nice flop for Daniel. Not so much for Jake, though he may not think that right now. Top 2 for Dat as well.
Bo, somehow still alive in this hand with Queen 5 offsuit and 0 clubs, fires $500 into a $2,000 pot like he's playing an entirely different game. Is this a bet or a donation? Dat makes the call with top 2 pair, but he knows better than to get frisky here. In a 4-way pot with 3 clubs on the flop, raising would be like poking a beehive and hoping for honey. Jake raises to $3,200 with just a baby flush, and while that might technically be a made hand, it's far from safe. He's not repping the nuts. He's just hoping to scare off anyone sitting there with a single club and a decision to make. Daniel just flats with the second nut flush, a move that keeps the pot manageable, but might come back to haunt him. A raise here could have smoked out any 1-club hand still chasing that dreaded nut flush. But instead, he opts to play it cool.
I fold.
Ah, that club is going to kill Daniel's action despite him having the super nuts.
Daniel moves all in right away and Jake folds.
Wow.
I fluffed a nut. Oh my God. Thank you. Straight flush. Is that crazy though?
Daniel Negreanu is looking down on 6-5 of spades. He opens the suited connector because that's Negreanu's playground hand, cheap, connected, and live. Williams flatting the suited wheel ace is already a headache for anyone who c-bets too often. In position, deep, and with the ace of spades, he's got you in a leash if the board gets wet. Flop comes disaster for most ranges, but both players hit the spade. Negreanu has the baby flush and does the thing he always does in these textures. Small c-bet to fold out air, tax the lone spade hands, and keep the initiative. From his chair, that bet looks profitable against a ton of single spade peels and random overcards that hate life. Williams just calls with the nut spade like he's ordering room service. Why raise when the guy with the microphone wants to keep talking? Let him. Turn is a brick that freezes almost nobody. Negreanu barrels bigger. That sizing is classic. I can still be the boss. Telling the table he can easily have the ace or king of spades, and that worse flushes should pay to see the river. Williams still doesn't accelerate. Flat again. That second call is a quiet message. Nothing you're repping scares me, and I'm not done letting you put money in for me. To Negreanu's eyes, that's a card that changes nothing. He is either the sole flush or Williams has him beat. For that reason, he slows down and bets only 6,000. Williams is not happy with and raises to 36,000, trying to juice his nut flush to the max.
How much more?
30,000 more.
Daniel calls and sees the terrible news.
Welcome to my world. I had a flush too. We could have got it all in on the flop. Jesus.
Daniel Negreanu looks down to King 10 offsuit, a hand with decent equity in a four-way pot. Against him is Elizabeth Houston, who opens to a Queen Jack offsuit. Let's see who will the poker gods bless this time.
See that? Cheap flop.
Reynolds folds.
Also makes it easier to call this 3-bet from Tony G.
He raises to 2,000. Queen Jack for the cannon. She calls out of position. So does Daniel.
And like that, Williams built himself his own little pot odds.
He calls too. 4-person party to the flop.
The flop comes 8 Queen Jack Rainbow, which is perfect for Houston. She is looking at top 2 pair with no danger of a flush and only a potential straight or a pocket pair being in her way. Her odds look great, but I think she should have bet harder before Negreanu had a chance to see more of the community cards.
I fold.
Thank you, William.
With the bet sizing being insufficient, even Tony G with his mid pair of jacks that have 2% equity will make the call. The turn delivers the 4 of spades. Things couldn't have been better for Houston. Pocket 4s would have probably folded, same as the pocket 6s from earlier, but she is still afraid of the flush and straight draw. That's why she fires a bet for a bit over half the pot, which I think will be yet again not enough to get Negreanu off his hand.
Daniel's checking out her stack, knowing she probably has something strong enough to lose it all if he does make the nuts.
Negreanu casually calls her $15,000 bet as predicted. But at least Tony G and his adventuristic jacks are gone. Now let's see what the turn will bring for Negreanu. And it is the ace. What a cooler this will be at the end.
That's Daniel's gin card, and this could get ugly for the cannon. I expect her to bet here.
Now she checks.
Somehow she knew to slow down. Daniel's got the nuts. Let's see how much he thinks she'll pay off.
50.
If Elizabeth has watched this show at all, she would know Daniel doesn't bluff raise the river very often. No one does.
If Elizabeth makes this call, she'll have less than 30,000 remaining in her stack.
Call.
Ouch.
She sees it.
Damn it.
Nick Airball finds ace-king suited in late position and turns the pre-flop spot into a squeeze. His 3-bet to 10K is perfect at these depths. It punishes flats, leverages 2 premium blockers, and sets up a post-flop range edge against the blinds. Ryan defends the big blind with pocket queens, a disciplined cold call that keeps worse in and avoids getting 4-bet into a nightmare. Calling also disguises his hand. If the board doesn't spike an ace or king, he'll realize well from out of position. The flop is range heaven for the 3-better and exactly the sort of board where Nick's holding sits on top. He goes tiny for 4K. On high card, Rainbow textures the small stab is doing 2 jobs at once. It taxes stubborn middling pairs and extracts from dominated top pairs without polarizing his range. Ryan's call is perfect. Raising turns his hand face up and risks folding out all the second best value that will keep betting for him. Calling keeps Nick's range uncapped and preserves the trap. The turn is a brick that mostly freezes ranges. Nick continues for 16K. That second small barrel keeps pressure on exactly Ryan's hand class. Strong but not invincible, and prevents the pot from getting checked through to a river that could counterfeit value. Ryan calls again, which effectively caps him under ace-king and kings, while keeping worse ace-x and the occasional floated queen in. The river pairs with the king of clubs and the board flips hard toward Nick. Ryan checks for the 3rd time, and Nick unloads 85K.
I don't think I'm folding, but that was like the stupidest river.
Wow, and Ryan seems to have a pretty good read on what's going on here.
It's a great value sizing on paired top card rivers. The big bet forces queens, king-queen, and even some ace-queen to make a miserable decision. Ryan can't find the fold and gets shown the bad news.
Nice slow roll. Right.
Nick Airball opens the cutoff to 2K and several players peel, Ryan among them from the big blind with king 10 suited. Multi-way changes everything. Opening ranges widen, top pair shrinks in relative value, and the pre-flop raiser's c-bet frequency plummets unless he can bet small and target a lot of second-best hands. The flop is a complete collision for the 2 we're tracking. Ryan flops trips. Nick already holds 7s full of kings. Into a field, this bet is powerful because it looks like automatic c-bet, while actually extracting from every king and diamond draw without scaring them off. Raising from Ryan would polarize him into exactly boats or bluffs and punt value against the rest of the table, so he just calls and keeps worse kings and bluffs in front of him. The turn brings the queen of hearts. Ryan checks again, and Nick follows with another small value bet, 5K. That sizing continues the same story. It prices in dominated kings and sticky pocket pairs, while keeping the pot multi-way friendly. If Nick goes big here, he folds out too much of the range he's targeting and isolates himself versus better kings. The river is the 10 of hearts, and the script flips. After 2 streets of check call, he now leads for 20K. That river donk is smart for 2 reasons. First, the board texture can slow Nick's betting cadence and risk a check back. Second, compared with the first hand, where Ryan faced a big river blast, leading lets him set the price and guarantee value from worse boats and stubborn kings that hate folding.
Tonight,
I have a bad feeling about this one. I have a full house.
Me too.
Ryan leads. Nick just calls, and Ryan
It's Evans? Wow.
wins a pot of $66,000.
Doyle Brunson is looking down at Jack 10 offsuit.
So we got a tough one. I heard about him before we started.
Well, how in the hell do you play 20 games at once?
Pre-flop begins with a wide-ranging confrontation that sets the stage for one of the most explosive board textures imaginable. Abe Mosseri initiates the action with a loose open to 1,200 holding King 2 of hearts. Kalakanis, rather than 3-betting to define the field, chooses to just flat call, a deceptive move that disguises the strength of his pair but allows the pot to remain multi-way. Brunson, sitting with Jack 10 offsuit, finds the price too good to pass up and calls from the blinds. The flop is a disaster texture that hits every single player in a significant way. Brunson has flopped top 2 pair, holding jacks and 10s. On almost any other board, this is a monster. But on this specific coordinated runout, it is incredibly vulnerable. After Brunson checks his 2-pair to trap, Mosseri leads out for 3,000, seeking to realize his equity or buy the pot. Kalakanis, realizing the board is dangerously wet, raises to 13,000 to protect his set.
Where is it?
The action returns to Brunson, who now finds himself in a high-stakes psychological puzzle. Facing a lead and a raise, Brunson realizes that his 2-pair is likely behind a set or a straight.
Come on, we deal 3 times, Abe.
Good, huh?
Yet the Brunson stubbornness kicks in. He decides that the best defense is a relentless offense. He executes a massive 3-bet to 83,000, effectively putting his opponents to the test for their entire stacks. He is representing a straight or a higher set, attempting to force folds from draws or weaker-made hands.
All right, I'm all in.
Moves in anyway.
You got more than 83?
Nah, probably not. I don't think so.
Don't think I can.
Big too low.
Don't think I can lay this down. This will be the biggest flame out in high stakes history. Or it'll be absolutely brilliant.
I'm glad to see he's stalling. Don't you dare tell you what his snap calls?
Wow. Somebody have a set of jacks here? And somebody have a straight already? And queen already? This will be a sick laydown.
Sounds like 3 9s.
Wow. This is ridiculous if I lay this down.
You think you're gonna pick something up off of us by showing us the hand and telling us what you got?
No,
right.
I just was looking for some sympathy, actually. But apparently I'm not going to get any.
He folds.
Wow.
He had me crushed.
You had me crushed too. You fold that, Daniel? What'd you have? You don't have ace 10 of hearts, do you?
No.
Good.
Oh, my God.
2-pair and
Oh, my God. Please, I got
now
it.
you want to see a heart, right?
Well, how many times do you want to run this?
3's good.
Let's run a 2. Let's run a 2 for simplicity.
It's up to you. I never argue about that.
All I know, it's gonna be hard for you. It's gonna be hard for you to make a full house now.
You guys doing it twice, right?
Twice.
For the love of God, let it be a flush and a full house.
Tough spot.
Flush and a straight. Okay. For the love of God.
No, flush and a full house is what I'd like to see.
You want a jack? You want a jack to come on one, so you can feel real good about that.
I actually feel kind of bad about this for some reason.
Why?
I don't know.
Because you feel bad about getting him out of the pot?
I don't know.
Yeah, thanks, Doyle.
No, I mean, I feel bad about the results.
I feel terrible about the results so far.
Abe has held over me too long.
Oh, stop it. You've held over me.
Yeah, right. Boom.
First run, 4 of diamonds.
One more blank, then it won't be so painful. Boom. Yeah.
Abe makes a flush.
That's the boom.
Thank you, guys.
Just like I figured.
I had the same hand come up on a TV cash game show. I had the set of 10s. I folded. One guy had a bigger set, and one guy had the straight.
Wait, didn't you just criticize my fold?
It wasn't these players, and it wasn't this situation.
Wait, you do it? Oh, that was such a bad play?
It was definitely, it's one of those decisions where either way, it wasn't a big deal. Right. It's like if you fold, it's fine. If you call, it's fine.
Good for Doyle anyways. Sucked for me.
I'm feeling pretty good about it right now.
Now give us the queen of clubs.
Second run.
Queen of clubs?
Yeah.
All right.
Makes Doyle a full house.
Ooh.
It'll be a split pot.
Trying to get your money back on the third one.
I would be leaving right now.
How much did you take back here?
I took back all my money, man.
Even though Jason laid down the best hand, he would have lost both runs. The wrong laydown at the right time.
Good fold. Look at that.
But that is a good moan, Abe. I've held over you. You're that much superior to me.
Well,
You grounded me every time you come to town, but that's because you're better, so much better.
Well, you know. I don't know, Doyle. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I'll let the results speak for themselves, buddy.